everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and hey, we are getting closer and closer to the holidays, and I thought I would show you another little junk journal companion idea. Maybe you're making junk journals that have a lot of room in them for other people to create things and decorate them on their own. Maybe they're basic blank journals or just lightly decorated journals, but you'd like to have something to accompany your journal with, a companion of sorts that can house some fun things. And so I came up, I don't know, I was just thinking about this crazy idea, and a very nice lady sent me a little piece of happy mail, and wasn't a little piece, she sent me some significant pieces of happy mail, but she had a cool fold in her paper, and I thought, that idea kept running around in my head, and I thought, what else can we do with that fold? That's a really cool fold. So I am using your idea. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the inspiration, and I'm going to try and take it up one little level just for fun, and actually because I have a little confession. I bought something that I had no business buying. I'll show you. I bought more scrapbook paper. I know, what was I thinking? But it was so pretty and it was a great deal. I know. So here I have this, and my commitment is I want to use this up instead of sticking it in my stash. There I can feel good, move forward, carry on, life is good. Okay, so this is just regular scrapbook paper. It's not super thick or anything. It's one-sided, and there's a couple sheets of each, but I thought not everybody's going to have a couple sheets of each. So maybe we can make one that is with two different sheets. So this video is actually about using two 12 by 12 scrapbook pieces of paper, combining them and making a little junk journal companion. So let me show you the prototype first of all. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay, close and comfy. Okay, here she is. So I just lasso tied her with some coffee dyed seam binding, and I did attach it with an eyelet attacher. What did I use? I used this guy. I'll show you how I used it. It's not hard, and you don't need one of these. You can, there are manual ones where you can use like a little hammer and to set your eyelet. You don't even have to set an eyelet for this. It's just something fun. I thought it looked cute on the front. So anyway, the way this works is, let me back up a little bit so you can see it in its full glory. First of all, it opens like this. Okay, that's exciting, but you know, there's nothing major going on here. But truly, the whole thing opens up like this. And what it is housing are all sorts of different little, I put in digikits pictures here, printables, that you can cut out and tuck in here. But you could put anything in here, magazine pictures, book pages, stationery, playing cards, pages from plays or Shakespeare, quotes, poems, I mean, you name it. You could put anything in here that you have, stickers, you know, all of your little collectible fun things that you think somebody else might have fun going ahead and putting in here. Also, you could just take blank pieces of printer paper and just do some rubber stamping on them and load them up in here. That would be a lot of fun too. So anyway, this is a double, what I wanted to show you was there's a pocket here and there's a pocket here. And it's a pretty easy fold. Anybody can do this. And it uses up count them, two pieces of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. So let's go ahead and make one of these. And you can fold them all sorts of different ways. But I'm just going to show you, if I can remember how I did it. The one, I just made it, so I should remember how I did it. This one came to the outside, and I folded just to see what it looked like. But this one went in on the inside. So, and you can do them different ways. But we'll just show you this basic one first. Very easy to make. So I think I have the same two papers. So let me just grab those. So I had this paper, and then I had, looking deeper. There it is. Okay. This is the exact paper that I had. Okay. Let me back up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I am actually wearing my own merchandise today. I know, isn't that crazy? Yeah, I am, because it makes me feel creative. I don't know what to say. It's kind of goofy, is it? But it's fun. Okay. Let us go ahead and clear the deck. So the first thing was bond the two pages together. So it's very nice if you have a large clear area. This is a rarity around here, so we did have to do some pushing of stuff aside. And just pick whatever the way you want it to glue together. So I took some Fabrifix glue. You can use any glue here. Oh, that was nice. That's my little faux top. I use tinfoil. And then I poured it in an icing piping icing piping bottle, so I get a thin stream of glue. And I just ran that down here, quick like. And any glue will work there. And here we go. All right. There we go. So that is becoming one. Da, 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 da. So what I did was, okay, so I've glued it. And I thought, well, I've got all that washi tape, right? Okay, so I thought I would just grab some. This has music notes on it. And it's not technically Christmas, but it's got the Christmas colors, and it could be Christmassy, and maybe adding some music. Washi tape might be kind of fun. So I just reinforced, and I think let me tell you what I actually did. Ran down here with the glue, just a thin bead with the Sugar Bells icing piping bottle, just to give it that reinforcement, because you know how washi tape likes to pop off. Yeah, we don't like it when it pops off. No. So we don't want to do everything twice. You know what I mean? You want to like glue and go. Glue and go. That's right. Just glue and re-glue and re-glue. Sometimes you need to, though. You know, that's the way life goes sometimes. But we're just going to glue and go, so we don't have to worry about it. And then just cut it flush at the bottom. And that wasn't very flush, Pam. Could you do that better? Now, it really doesn't matter what one we're going to use here that much. Well, I guess it does show a little bit. Let me show on the prototype. Here's the prototype. And here's actually that. Can you see it? There it is, the music note. So you do see it on the back. Okay. It's going to be hidden a little bit on the front, though. Okay, so now remember, these things are 12 inches tall, right? So what I did was I folded this up to about the 4-inch mark. Okay. Yeah. So I'm making my first like pocket ledge. Okay, that doesn't look even for something. Why does that happen? I don't know. I swear I measure it upright, but it doesn't always come out right. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Because I think we have ways to cover it up if it doesn't come out perfect. Just do a little refold. If it didn't come out quite the way you managed it there, that's better. Okay, I don't know what I did the first time. Okay, so actually, let me turn the whole project over. I started on this side, and I said to myself, wow, this is one-sided. Huh, look at that. So I thought, what is the easiest way to cover the inside? Well, I could have glued more paper down, but it would have made the project very thick and maybe not easy to fold right here. So I decided just to do some stenciling. So really, you see, you only need to stencil about the upper third of this project. See that? And I just used 2 colors and a stencil. So let's just grab that. It happens pretty quickly. It's quite fast. And I'm using, just for example, vintage photo and aged mahogany. Those are the colors. And I'm cross-pollinating with one of these makeup paddle brush things. So I'm just going to put some color down. This is fast, this is quick, this is just for background interest. Get that cord out of the way. And I'm not thinking about it. I'm not worrying if the stencil moves too much. I'm not getting all my knickers in a twist. I'm cross-pollinating different colors here and just making sure that I go a good third of the way down so I have some coverage. Okay, and then I'm moving on to the next section. A little brown. And you can be neater about this, of course, but I'm actually just going for a loose background image. So I don't mind if it's a little, if it's not perfect. Yeah, okay. And then here. It's funny, you know, how you can make something and then you go sit down to make it again. You think, oh, I got this. And you can't remember how you made it. Oh, Lordy me. Okay. I'm sure that only happens to me. All right, so now let's do this actually gets folded up to about the 4-inch mark, and let's just make sure, yeah, that's pretty good. So we're just gonna fold that back on itself. We already have the fold there, so that should be easy. We're pretty close to accurate. It's not like right on the money, but hey, you know, that's life. That's what goes sometimes. There, that's a little better. Okay, all right. So we have that. Okay, now the next fold is we're gonna take the bottom and we're gonna fold it up, to about the halfway mark of wherever all of this is. And let us see if we measure up nicely on the edges. Now it is very handy at this point if you have a bone folder. This is probably one of my favorite tools. in junk journal making that is worth the money. It just gives you a really nice crisp edge, especially where you're going to have things that are going to fold a lot. In the center, you want those super crisp edges, okay? And I need more room, I need more room. Okay, so that was pretty quick and easy, right? So now I went ahead and I reinforced, where's the prototype? The center of this little guy with, yes, you guessed it, more washi tape. And this was a different washi tape, but I don't really know if that's necessary, and I think I might even leave it out this time because I think it causes too much bulk in the center fold. So I'm not going to do that this time. Look at me not doing it. I'm not doing it. So there, saved a step. Don't even have to do that. But what I am going to do is close the edges. So you've got some, let me show you a little closer here. On the edge, you've got the one pocket here, and then you've got the next pocket in front. Actually, let's do this part first. If you want to do any inking of these pockets to emphasize them a little bit more, do it now before we glue down the edges. It'll just be easier for you. So I'm just taking the old dauber and with the vintage photo coming along here, and I'm just getting these edges to pop a little bit. So it just pops a little bit more. Oh, you can see how amazing that is, but it does pop a little bit more. And depending on the paper color you're using, if you go for a contrasting color, it'll pop even a little bit more. So we're just letting folks know that there is a little pocket there. Okay, so now we're going to come in with our glue of choice. Any glue will work here, but you want to glue in two places. You want to glue this, and then you want to glue this. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here before my glue comes out, and then glue in there and glue in there. Okay, and then you give it the little squeeze-a-roo. Yeah, and just let it adhere for a second. Just give it a second to grab. It'll be all right. You can let it grab on its own over there while you're doing the other side. Coming over here. If you glue on the back of the shorter paper, then you won't glue above too high. So that's another little, tip from the trenches there. Okay. Now, if you do have some unevenness, which does happen occasionally, you're going to get like a little bit of off. You can always come and just trim that off. That's fine. That's fine. It's totally fine. And okay, so now we're going to do our folds, and I'll fold it exactly the way I did that one so you can see it. But basically, do we already have our midway fold? No, we're going to make our midway fold now. So we're going to fold it in half, the whole project, folding it in half, lining up the edges, making it look good. Coming over here, you might want to grab the bone folder to help you do this. It helps flatten it out a little bit there because we have a little bulk going on there because of the washi tape and because the tapers double over there. So it just makes a nicer, sharper crease of a fold if you use the bone folder here. Yeah. Just kind of lets it know this is the way we're going, paper. We're training you. We're training the paper. That's what we're doing. So that really helps if you find it gets a little bulky in here. And if it's too bulky for your wishes, you can come in here and do a wedge cut. And maybe I'll just show you that in case you've never seen it. But if you want to debulk an area like that, you can do like a very simple, you just kind of like heading maybe 1/4 of an inch out, and you head for the center point where they all connect. Okay, in there. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. Head for the center. So we're cutting out a little wedge of paper, bulky paper that's causing the problem. So if you really want to get that out of there and you don't like it and you're not happy with it, you can do that. Okay, so now we have a little lift here. You can come along and put the, you can run some more of this. That's actually why I ended up washi taping that down, but you don't need to do that. You can just come in here and glue it. Yeah, I'm just going to glue it. I think we're going to glue it this time. But you could washi tape that as well. Oh, here's a little extra piece of unknown bulk paper. Come on, I got you. I got you. Come on, no fighting. It's going to go. Oh, I know. Don't tear me. Don't tear paper. I know. I know your paper. Okay, there we go. All right. Now let's test our foldable thickness there. Everything should be a little bit better. Okay, it feels less bulky, which is good. If I cut it on the right spot, did I? Not bad. not bad. You can even trim a little more if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as is. I think it's going to be just fine. But now you can glue these down or not glue these down. I think either is fine. They're going to hold your things. But if you feel more comfortable gluing them down, glue them down. You know what I mean? Just glue them down a little bit on the outside or on the inside. And there we go. You can put a little glue here too if you want. Make you feel better. Sleep at night. There you go. Okay. All right. Just wipe away the extra gluage there. I have a little bald naked spot down here, which I think I just want to color in with some leftover brown that is, or mixed colors that's on there, so it kind of folds in. Okay, so let's do the next exciting fold, because that was pretty easy. So basically we just folded the whole thing in half. And now we are going to take these, open it up, and we're going to fold them towards the center. Okay, and leaving yourself about 1/4 of an inch here. Can you see? See, I don't want to go right into the fold. I want to be about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch back. So you're not jamming up against the spine. You want to have a little breathing room there. So I'm going to go for a nice solid 1/4 of an inch. Finger fold first, and then come along and do the crispy bone folder fold. Yeah, it was like a very healthy 1/4 of an inch there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, measuring. Okay. And then we fold down. All right, so now we have basically something that is like this. All right, just checking our washi tape. That's what that looks like on the back. That's where the music is. It's still there, it's present. Everybody's fine. This opens like that. This opens like that. So you could totally just, let me back up a little bit. Leave it like this, where you have pockets here and you have pockets here, okay, in all of these sections. Or you can go ahead and do the one more fold. And the one more fold we'll do the front one first, is this. So it opened up like that, and then you have this extra fold. And then we're going to do the same in the back, okay, but they're going to fold opposite ways. So we'll do the front one first. Looks different for some reason. Okay, so you fold everything in half. This is our original big fold, okay? So now this time we're going to take this fold and we're going to crease it backwards. This is for the front fold, okay? Okay, and then we're going to crease it forwards, and we're going to match it up with the edge of itself. Not the spine, but the edge of itself. Okay. All right. Now you might want to come along here and just ink this little crease up a little bit, just so it's inked. Ink the edge of this if you want. That looks nice. And that is technically the first one. Okay. So now we're going to go to the back one. We're going to leave the fold going into the center as it was originally. And then we're just going to fold this in to about 1/4 of an inch away from where its spine is here. Okay. All right. So that is technically the folding is done. So as we fold it together, fold it in half. We've got the front, which has this little extra opening. And then the back, we're going to fold. Is that what we did? No. We did this. That's what we did. One more fold. Yep, didn't do that straight. Yep, back to the trenches. No rushing. Take it slow. You can refold. It's okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, went back to where it was. Just it doesn't want to fold in the right spot for me. Okay, fine. I get it. You have a mind of your own. Okay. It's like, all right, there we go. And I think I'm going to ink this up a bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm just double checking this is exactly what I did because you never know, you know. Yeah, that is what I did. Okay. So there we go. So there is our structure. Let's go a little closer so you can see a little better. And now I'm going to place the eyelet. This is not mandatory, but it's just kind of fun. You know what I mean? So you want to look over here and don't punch down here where you have your pockets, okay? You want to punch somewhere in the upper third where it's just single paper. And with this little device, this is the regular Crop-A-Dile. This was probably the original Crop-A-Dile, which punches 2 sizes of holes and also sets eyelets, but you can't stick paper in very far. You can only stick it into there. You can only stick it into there. The Crocodile 2 Big Bike, you can stick your paper in really far. So if you want to get into the middle of something, you can do it. But if you're on an edge and you don't need that big device, you don't need that. Although the Crocodile 2, you don't need this device. It's just, I happened to get this one first and it was close. So here we're going to use it. I'm going to use the 3/16 hole. I mark it because I use this one 99% of the time. I'm making sure that I'm in the white area here, and I'm going to slide this in here, and this punches the hole. Can you see that? Let me go closer. We are now punching the hole. Whoop, don't squash your finger. Okay, we have a hole. Okay, you can do that with a regular paper punch too, by the way. And you just pop your eyelet in there, like a circular paper punch. And then we're going to use this working part. And I like to keep it, the big silver nipple on top. These things pull out and rotate around and confuse the heck out of everybody. But see, there's like a little nipple and a big nipple. Go for the big silver nipple and the big flying saucer silver disc on the bottom. Not any of these others. They're confusing. Don't get confused. That's not silver. I think it's like a gold or a brass or something. You want the big one, that one, okay? And you lock it in place. Those are in place. And then you come along and your little nipple is on the top. See how it's on top? And you're looking down at your eyelet and you squeeze. And then you're done. And it should be very easy. If it's not easy, you may have this reversed or on different buttons, or you may have the whole device upside down. Or your eyelets are not the right size for what you're asking the squasher to do. So 3/16 hole, get yourself some 3/16 inch eyelets. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the back. All right. And then I just used some, well, we'll put that in later. No, I guess I'll put it in now. We're doing the front. Okay. And I just had some coffee dyed seam binding hanging around. I buy white or off-white. That way I can color it any color I want. And it's easier that way, I think. You can buy all sorts of different colors, but then you have to have the room to store all sorts of different colors. So take that into account when you're buying your seam binding. And I think there are some links to it in my Etsy shop. But you can buy, I'm sure you can buy it at Joann's or something like that. We need more than that. Now you got to find an end. Now you're probably all more organized. Oh, way too close. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Way too close. Okay, there we go. I want to see the mayhem in its full glory. Okay, here's a long-ended thing. So I'm going to take maybe 2 feet. Yeah, that should be plenty. And these little scissors and cut off an end. And then we're going to do the very simple yet very functional. You just make a loop in the middle. You can fold it a little so it's easier to put through the eyelet hole. And you just got to get a little bit so that those fingernails can grab it, and you are good. And then you open up your loop, okay? Then you grab the 2 loose ends with your fingers. See, I got them. And you just pull them through and you make a slip knot. Now be ginger because it is paper. Okay, it's not super thick. It's just 1 sheet thick, but it will work. And the whole concept behind that, in all its glory, is did I do it the wrong? No, what's going on? Now I'm confused. Going like that. Oh yeah. Okay, no, it is right. Yeah, it's like a Rubik's Cube, you know? Okay, so the whole idea between this is you can split them and then have one come around. You can tie them on the front, you can tie them on the side, you can tie them on the back, any way you like. You can just do a loose little bow. You could put the bow in the center, you could put the bow over here. You have options. Okay, so I'm just going to open that up and just whisk that out of the way so we don't have to worry about it. But before we do that, this is our front. So I think I'm going to put a little picture on it. I had some cute little pictures. I believe these are from Victorian Hats Digikit. And I have a couple others from there. And I thought maybe this little girl would look cute on there. Okay, so we have these 2. I think she would be pretty. She's got some of the colors going down. All right, so this is what the front looks like. So you got to make sure you place it where it can be seen. And I'm actually just putting a digikit on here because I'm going to load these with digikits pictures so that somebody else can have something to play with when they're decorating their junk journal. And I get often accused of, well, you had all the fun, Pam, and there's no room for anybody else to have any fun in there. It all depends what your definition of fun is, but I mean, some people like to just explore the book. And I have to admit, I do have a lot of fun making them. And I think there's a certain subset of people who like the overstuffed junk journals. So there you go. At least that's right my trend right now. But it might be changing. You never know. You never know. I'm going to ink this. You don't have to ink this. I think the nice little white border actually helps it pop. You could back it with cheesecloth or something like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay, I'm going to use Fabrifix glue in the Sugar Bells icing piping bottle. Come around, get it close to the edges as possible. And go off the edges, get glue on my fingers, do my swirly around the town, X with the swirl. Know exactly where my corner is. And there we go. And I think I did some rubber stamping on this one just for fun. Okay, I just had the word create. It was a word. If you find these word stamps, they're handy because you don't have to assemble letters. You know what I mean? I got the whole letter thing, you know, it's really, it's amazing because you can make any word, but you're sitting there forever spelling out the word journal, let me tell you. If you ever do spell a word out, print a whole bunch of things because it's just so much easier if you have a bunch already printed. Okay, I'm just going to do some on an angle this time. Well, maybe I'll just go in different directions. See, there's no have-tos here. It can be all fun. Yeah, I'll do some coming across her. There we go. All right, so you could put some stamps on it. Things like that might be fun. Maybe she needs one more down here. Okay, there we go. She's really working on inspiring somebody to create. All right, so now all we need to do is stuff her. So let's just go ahead and stuff her. Let me grab some digikit. I have some pre-cut. I don't even know when these are from, but I'll just put these down. Oh, let's back up so you can see the whole enchilada here. All right. So now we're going to take our tassel tie thing and put it over there. And we're going to open this up. So we have a lot of room. This can hold a lot of storage. And I think it's a really pretty way, a little gift way to present, you know, things that you might want to give somebody to decorate in a junk journal. And you can just go ahead and pop these in at will and load them up. Like I said, you don't have to use digikits. You can certainly use anything that you have that you might like to add to your junk journals. As you know, so many things can be incorporated into a junk journal. You can add the taller ones in the back. And you can put quite a bit in one section. I need a bigger table or less of a mess. That's probably really what I need. Less of a mess. And I'm coming across a lot of owl pictures. I love these owl pictures. Here's probably, I think this is from baking and cooking. It's got some baking and cooking vintage imagery. It would just happen to be what I was cutting that day. Here's more from the, oh, this is from Soap Makers. Victorian soaps. Yeah, that's what it was. Victorian soaps. These double ones, I can tuck them in here. That's a cute little kitten. I'll put you down there. Maybe give you a tall one back there. And so you could just load these up. I mean, you can just go to town and give somebody a lot of options to play with themselves. Here's some photos from some old actual photographs that I came across, and I did scan those. Those were from the 1800s sometime. And that's fun to do as well. You know, I mean, you just never know what somebody else might find interesting, or maybe you know their personality, something like that, and you think, oh, they might like it. This is a picture from a book, I believe. You can cut out pictures from a book and tuck them in. Why not, right? It's you can put whatever you like in here. And I don't know, it's not going to fit. Got to find ones that fit, of course. Okay, that one. Here's another picture from a book. I just love these images and pictures. It was from an old Campbell soup book. I'll just tuck you in there, something fun for somebody to find. And you can leave space, so if they want to put things. I know I'm not very good for leaving anybody any space. Here's some pictures of old letters that people have written. It's their cover, their envelope. And let's see, we have little butterflies and little birds. I think that's wintry wonders, something like that. Isn't that terrible? You can't remember the name of your own digikit. You need to go back to school camp or something, Pam. Oh, here's a mushroom. That's cute. I like the torn edges. I don't know. There's something about. I want to let people know that it's okay to tear the edges. It's okay to tear the edges. I think that's from Sewing Notions. This is probably from Beach Escape. So, like, you know, it's pretty obvious here. You can put a lot of things in here. I think this is one of my freebies for my free monthly emailed newsletter. So, oops, Sonny is right behind me and he's snoring. Okay, so once you have those done, you're pretty much done. How are we doing on time? Oh, yeah, we in half an hour. We have a nice little companion, easily made out of two, count them, two 12 by 12 scrapbook papers that I had no business buying, but I bought them anyway because I liked them and they were a good deal. What can I say? So if that happens to you, then basically we're just going to fold it back up the way it was. So that one goes like that. This one, okay, goes like this. Okay, everything is working functionally so far. And actually the other one, I did one more thing too. It's very quick and easy. I'm not going to do it to this one. I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so let's say we put that there. And you could put some danglies. You could hang some, you know, pretty baubles and things like that. That would be really cute. But I trimmed the top in a scallop formation. And I just used this scissor. I think, maybe it's not a Fiskar, but it has scallop. Here, let me show you closer. That's too far away. It has scallop cutting. So I think this is probably for fabric, but I use it for paper all the time. It's my world, so that's what I do use it for. But I scallop edge to the top of that one. And then this one, I did not. I just left it as is. So you could obviously go in and decorate these more. As you can see, this one is shorter because I did trim the top off. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this fun little companion project. It's a little bit of a leveling up of what we can do with basic folding, just to give yourself extra pockets, multiple pockets, something easy to do with two 12 by 12 scrapbook papers. And let's see. Now, Sunshine, do you have something to say? I have something to say. Okay, well, you better get yourself organized because you're coming forward. Coming forward. Here I come, everybody. Hello. I'm coming. I'm rotating. I'm going into position. Hello, everybody. Yeah, okay, get me organized, Mom. There we are. Hi, everyone. So great to see y'all. There's a lot going on over here at the Paper Outpost, and I hope there's a lot of fun things going on in your craft table, too. And remember just to have fun. That's most important. And don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, if things don't come out perfect and they don't come out pretty, it's okay. Because why? It's only paper. Yeah, hey. Well, I think that's a really good message to send everybody, Sunny. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'll be back with more. And take care, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye. Mom, what are you doing to my ears? Just make my ears look normal. I look like, I don't know, like Yoda. Okay, thank you. Yeah, mwah. I'll give you big kisses. You go right back behind me there, son. So, for those of you who have not signed up for my free monthly emailed newsletter, please consider it, because you get a free digital image emailed to you every month. I take one image and I put it in different sizes, and I put it at the bottom of my email, and you can print it out. It comes in JPEG format and PDF format, so you can, do what you magicians do out there with the technology and have fun with it and use it in your artwork. And then also I have videos which come out. Oh, also you get a checklist of junk journal supplies to keep your eyes open for, a note from the bookmaker which explains what a junk journal is and how to use it, and page list of ideas. And we're making videos to show you what you can do with those page lists of ideas. Page ideas list, actually, that's what it is. And I try and show you one idea 4 different ways in a junk journal, but it looks different every time. So it's actually helpful to help you decorate your junk journals. And I wanted to add, I've had a lot of people, say, especially when I put out the monthly newsletter, I'll get people saying, I've signed up for your newsletter, but I'm not getting it or something. So what I did, well, first of all, I set up a little list of the common reasons, and I send those out to people. But what I did was I went deep into my newsletter program, and I looked at all the what we call bounces, the emails that get sent out, but they don't actually land in your inbox for some reason. And one of the most common reasons is there's just a typo, a misspelling in like yahoo.com. It might say yahoo.com or Yahoo with 3 O's. Gmail might be missing the M in it, or it might be Gmail, Gmial, like just a little transposition of letters. So what I think there were about 430 of them. I went back and I corrected what I thought was the obvious error. And so some of you are going to notice that all of a sudden you're going to start getting your free monthly emailed newsletter. So if you've been, racking your head why it's not working, just go ahead and maybe go back in, and I don't know if you can actually see what you registered with, but maybe just enter your email address again, because it may just be a simple typo problem, because I did see that with a fair chunk of folks. So thank you to everybody who has signed up to the free monthly emailed newsletter. Right now we have almost 19,000 people who are receiving the free monthly emailed newsletter. So I'm hoping that means that it's giving you value and you have some fun there, and you get your freebies. They're located all the way at the bottom of the newsletter. It looks like you're at the bottom of the newsletter, but keep going because they're there and they're in red. There's a freebie section in red at the bottom. And what else can I tell you? My videos, I think I told you this, they come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays, audio, new material. On the other days of the week, I do put out video podcasts. You can watch or listen to them on any of your favorite podcast platforms, or you can watch them on Spotify. So there you go. And I have an Amazon shop, which is an affiliate link, or I am I don't know, am I the affiliate? I guess I'm the affiliate for Amazon. So basically when you go into my Amazon shop and you look at something or purchase something, that helps my shop. Thank you very much, but it does not cost you any more money to purchase that way. So there you go. And I do have 4 sections in my Amazon shop. There's favorite tools and supplies. There's books that junk journalers might find interesting. Edith Holden, old catalog books, sticker books, things like that, field guides. And remember that that's a great launching pad to find the cover, the title, the ISBN, that type of thing. And remember, Amazon used to be a bookstore, but they also have little links below them that say you can buy it new or used. Definitely make sure you explore those other options, as well as checking other online bookstore sites or even eBay, because you may find lower prices. So I want you to get the best deal you can for yourself, but that's a great place to look for information to start from, a little collection. And also, I have a section for craft storage ideas and also Sunny's favorites. So there's a pet section there as well for things that Sunny likes. And then also I have a merchandise shop. I have just launched a second line of merchandise, which has the phrase, "Everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise." And I have the original phrase in there, which is "Create with reckless abandon." So you're going to find t-shirts and sweatshirts and zipped hoodies and mugs and totes. So if you're looking for a fun gift for yourself or for a loved one or a friend or a family member, there you go. I got you covered. And what else? You can find me on social media, on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group, the Paper Outpost FB group or Facebook group. We are having a lot of fun doing weekly and monthly challenges. They're very easy challenges, a lot of fun, and it's great to see the magnificent idea you guys come up with. You're welcome to post the pictures from the things that you make from these challenges, as well as any posts related to these videos. You're welcome to post them there as well. So have a lot of fun. I love looking through and getting inspired. You guys inspire me so much, you have no idea. Remember most of all that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.